Welcome to whatever this is. So today, I thought I would talk a little bit about what it's like to live in a province in the Philippines. It's not like living in a city. It's more like living in a small town USA 1955. The kids are out riding their bikes at 10 o'clock at night. Little kids, 8, 10 years old, riding their bikes in the street, playing in their front yards. Uh, Neighbors all walking around together, talking to each other, walking down the street, stopping and saying hello to everybody else that they know. Dogs in the street running around barking. All are friendly, except for one that I know of that kind of doesn't like people. No drug addicts. No needles on the fucking ground. Well, yeah, my wife says we have one drug addict. But he's not really a drug addict. He's only a drug addict sometimes. Or either that or he's just plain fucking nuts. We don't know which. Anyway, and he's cool. He doesn't, I think I'm thinking he might be a meth head. I'm not really sure. He doesn't have the look of a meth head. He's got all his teeth. But every once in a while, every month or so, he walks around being really fucking waving his arms and shit in the street. I don't know what his deal is. One day I'm going to stop and talk to him. I haven't yet. He always waves to me, so he's cool. Anyway, there's no homeless people here. In the province, you don't see, in the Manila area, you might find homeless people, but here, no. No homeless people here. Everybody has houses. There's no old cars. If you find a car that is 7 or 8 years old, that's like an antique here. What's that, honey? Oh yeah, there's the car. So, not really any old cars here. Everybody has new vehicles, new motorcycles. If you find a motorcycle that's out of the early 2000s, I doubt it. 2000 and what was the Honda? What year?
Not the Honda.
What year was it? The green one, yeah.
Yeah.
What?
2005.
Yeah, my wife had a very old Honda motorcycle. We turned into a tricycle. It was an 05, 2005 motorcycle. That's like a really old bike. It was still in perfect condition. We just never used it. It just sat, so I turned it into a tricycle so we could use it to haul gasoline or diesel fuel or whatever. Whatever we wanted. My dachshund, he's a terrorist. We have rice fields on two sides of us, all behind us and all down the side. It's all rice field. Another couple of weeks, they'll be plowing it and getting it ready for another harvest because we're going into rainy season again next month. April, May, yeah. April it starts, June we're in full-blown rainy season, which we need. The wells are really low. We have wells that we use for like the fish pond and the swimming pool and all of the gardening. That's all on a well. Actually, we have 3 wells. Even the house, our kitchen tap, the showers, that's all well water. People are, oh, it's so nasty. I drink it all the time. It's deep water well. It doesn't bother me. I don't have any hard feelings about drinking my well water. It's not as good now. I mean, it's if it was going to be sketchy, it would be sketchier now than in rainy season. But it's not. It comes out clean out of the tap. You hold a clear glass of water up, look at it. It's clean. I've never gotten sick. I've never gotten pink eye. Nothing like that. So it's when I was in Costa Rica. Man, I used the well water a couple times, brushed my teeth, washed my face, got pink eye. Oh, it's horrible. Only time I ever had it in my life, Costa Rica. The province, most of the people either speak English or understand English or try and speak English. But everybody will talk to you. I met some people in SNR, which is the local Costco, and I was telling them they had just got here like 2 days before, and I said, you know what? People will tell you anything here. They'll talk to you. They're friendly. They don't have that weird fucking vibe you have in the U.S. I go, you can ask any lady here how old she is, and they'll tell you. You ask a woman in the U.S. how old they are, they want to slap you. Why? What business is it of yours? What's the difference? So I showed her. While we were walking around talking, I had an older lady. I don't remember how old she was. I think she was 53. And I said, excuse me, can I ask you a question? She said, sure. How old are you? She says, 53. Just like that. And the people were like, what the hell? I said, people here aren't tripping about stupid questions. So you can ask anybody anything, and it's absolutely true. It's really cool. You know, they don't have that weird thing about how people are. If you're walking around and you need help, somebody will help you. You have a problem, you hurt your leg or something, they'll get you a ride home. They'll get you a tricycle, they'll help you, they'll get you home, whatever. You know, I used to walk around at 3 o'clock in the morning because it's cool. I take my dog for a couple-hour walk, which I should do again. I haven't done it in a couple of years. I got sick, and I just had like the flu for like a month. I was sick. So I stopped walking, and I just never started again. I don't know why. I got a little weaker, and it was terrible. Anyway, it's the only time I've been sick. I don't get sick here. I don't get a cold. Look, I don't remember the last time I had a cold. You know, like the sniffles, and man, I don't remember. It don't happen. It's hot. It's hotter here than in. Hello, how you doing? Podcast, Jordan. Hi, Jordan. Anyway, you don't get sick here. The temperature pretty much is the same all the time, day and night. You know, it gets a little cooler at night, but it's basically the same. Matt V. Plaza. I don't know how to say that, but hello anyway. But it's a very comfortable place to live. I don't know why people. That's dog hair in my eye, in case you're wondering. Why people would want to meet in a tourist city, yuck, in a city full of what they consider themselves to be expats, or I just call them long-term tourists. In a place like Manila, you know, one of the big cities, why would you move out of the United States, Canada, Europe, whatever, and move here to go into the same bullshit you left? There's absolutely, I think it says, where am I? I'm on Luzon in the Philippines. In Pangasinan is the state, and we live in Pozo Robio, which is the city. We're about an hour and a half or 2 hours from Manila by car. Yeah, I don't. Guys that are living in, and I'm going to say Dumaguete. That's one of the big favorites around for the guys. It's all Americans. They have a bar that's set up like Americans. They go in, they play darts, and they bullshit. You know, all these old fuckers. And then there's arguments and fights because the Americans are a bunch of stupid fucks. The Filipinos don't do that. They don't get in fights or arguments at the bars. They drink beer or gin. They just relax. And the only fight you might see in a bunch of Filipinos is who's going to do the karaoke mic next. Yeah, it's really nice here. Here, I'll show you my house real quick. There's my living room with you can see the whole little place. My wife's over there somewhere. There she is. And outside, you can see what it looks like. Yeah, we have a nice little house. We actually own a castle here. I built this a castle. So my wife said she wanted, so I did. But why these guys move to these tourist cities? If you're going to be in around a bunch of tourists, when you're spending the dollars, everything's more expensive there. You know, you could buy a beer here. How much is a beer if you go to a beer place?
100.
No, not in the store. If you go to like Joel's.
Yeah, it's 65.
So 65 pesos for a bottle of beer. And you go to Dumaguete, I'm sure they're paying like 120 or something ridiculous because they're in a tourist place. Actually, they're in a tourist, I don't even know what you want to call it. It's the loser city. And the guys that have been here a long time, wow, that's beautiful. I should consider going there for vacation. Maybe in the future. Yeah, come on by. Get a hold of me. We'll put you up for a week. We have a place. We have, here I'll brag. We have a tennis court, golf course, sauna, 2 jacuzzis, swimming pool, fishing pond, private bar. I think we have more, but that's a lot. We have kids rides out in the park and the merry-go-round in our living room. But you can have anything if you can think about it and consider it. You can have it here. You can have it. You don't have to have a lot of money. Just enough. If you have on $2,000 a month and being normal, you could live here really well. It wouldn't be hard at all. We spend a lot more than that, but we have a big house. I don't even have money. My wife has all the cash. She's got access to the bank account. She's got the credit cards, the ATM cards. I never have a dollar on me. If I have 1,000 pesos, which is about, well, it used to be 20 bucks, but now it's only 16 bucks or something. In my wallet, that's like I'm rich. Sometimes it irritates me, but mostly I don't care. I didn't move here to do the same shit I did in the United States. I don't want to. Here you can call a masseuse over. She'll come to the house, give you a massage in your house for, I don't know, hours, like $8 or something. You can do whatever. You can, in the provinces, there's not a lot. I only know of, in this area, I know of 2 Americans. There's a couple guys that are here that I don't know. I see them, but I don't know who they are. And there's a guy from Europe, and there's a guy from Norway. I think that's all I know, other than the Filipinos. So I'm Jerry. Nice to meet you. Bin Win? I never know how to say that. I know you don't say most of it. It's Win, right? Bin Win, I think. Anyway, hello. But, living in the province is always comfortable. You wake up to the sound of the dogs. My own dogs, not somebody else's dogs. And yeah, I bitch about them every morning. It's my little dachshund puppy. He is a terrorist, let me tell you. He hears anybody barking in the neighborhood for a mile around, he'll get off on it at 5 o'clock in the morning every day. But it's comfortable here. You have friends. If you need help, there's help. There's people you can talk to just to go yak if you want to. There's nobody here going to give you a problem. I think since we've been here, we've only heard of two situations that really needed the cops. Somebody stole a bicycle from some chick, and we heard there was a kidnapping of a child, not really close to here though, but in this area. And they found the kid in Manila 3 or 4 days later. So it was probably a family member that took him. My dog's a menace to society also. Yeah, well, we have 12 dogs, so yeah, we have a sign. I have a sign on my gate. I want the one that says, "Keep the gate locked. My wife's trying to escape." Yeah, we have 12. We have Belgian Malinois, Huskies, Chihuahuas, street dogs, Jack Russells, and a dachshund floating around here somewhere. He's the menace, let me tell you. But yeah, you can just come here and, you move to the province. You can rent a house here for a couple $100 a month, $100 a month probably. Look around. And they pretty much come furnished. You don't have to bring anything. I tell people, don't bring a lot of shit with you when you come from the U.S. Because, one, when you come here, if you don't have a place to go, what are you going to do with 2 or 3 or 4 suitcases of shit? 2, you can buy anything you need here. Clothes, food, you don't need anything. So I tell people, if you're going to come here, bring a suitcase or a backpack. Start your life when you get here. Find a place to live that you like. Travel a little bit around the island, or the islands if you want. Travel around. Yeah, find a place to go. Exactly. Once you get here, travel a little bit till you find a city that you like. Get out of Manila right away. You could take the bus. It's cheap. Get off, explore, get off, explore, get on, get off. All the way around the island. Find a place you like, get off. Look around, ask around. You'll find a house. Ask a tricycle driver. If they know someplace you can rent an apartment or a house, they'll find you one. Tell them how much you want to spend. They'll help you. Rent yourself a little apartment. Move in for a couple of months. You can rent an apartment here for 1 month. You can rent, they have these things, they call them boarding houses. It's not really what we think is a boarding house here. A boarding house is like a small apartment that you can rent month to month. And they have a bedroom and a living room and TV sometimes. Aircon sometimes. If not, you can buy air conditioner and throw it in there. But if you do that, that way you can see if you like where you're at, relax, kick, see if it's cool, if it's what you like. Then do the next step. If you want to find a girl, find a girl. If you want to rent a house and then explore some more once you have a place, do that. But don't bring a lot of shit with you, man. When I came here, I brought a suitcase. I think my wife told me I brought 2 suitcases. And I don't even know what I did with the shit that was in them. I probably threw it all away. I got all new stuff. T-shirts, Fubos. And you can see this Fubo. I bought this yesterday or the other day. And I'm a big guy. I'm over 6 feet and about 250. So, you can get big sizes. They got little sizes. Oh, I'm on the phone right now. Let's see. I'll call you back. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Anyway, my business. We run a company up here in the United States, and one of my employees, my Philippine employees, just wants me to call him. He's got something going on. I don't know what. Wait a minute. Okay. Yeah, he'll wait 5 seconds. Anyway, so, you don't want to move here, come over here with a whole bunch of shit. I mean, I know a guy close to me. I don't know him. I know of him. He sent a truck box, one of the big trailer truck things, containers. There we go. He had a container shit delivered here in Manila. Cost him like $15,000. I guarantee everything that was in that container I could get here cheaper than 15 grand. And nicer. We get stuff from Japan here that you can't get in the U.S. We get high-tech Chinese shit here that you can't get in the U.S. Even our cars here are better than the U.S. My car gets almost 80 miles to the gallon. Tell me one in the U.S. that does that. There aren't any, unless it's electric or hybrid. Mine's not hybrid. So, it's just stupid, man. I don't know. Anyway, I just want to make a short video. It's been 20 minutes or so. Guys, sub to my channel if you haven't already. Please subscribe. It don't hurt you, but it helps me. Watch the videos that I put on. I put about 2 or 3 on a day. Some of it's good info, some of it's just bullshit, but it's something. If you have a question and you want to ask me. I'll do my best to answer it for you. Sometimes I talk about my dogs. Sometimes I talk about my house. Sometimes I talk about the Philippines. Sometimes I talk about my wife. Not too often. She gets mad at me. And but every day it's, there's videos. And I enjoy it. So hey, have a good day. I'll talk to you in a couple hours.